What's up, guys? I'm going to walk you all through the basics of how to get your Summer Stella to the highest affinity as quickly as possible. Affinity is something that a couple people seem to be struggling with, and there's a couple tricks that you can get around to getting your affinity up very quickly. I will show you the optimized path and the optimal path. The optimized is obviously quicker, but it doesn't give you as much resources. So you can choose which way you want to go, and honestly, it's rather simple once you find a few tricks. Let's get into it.
Hey, listen!
Just do it!
First things first, this method right here, this optimized method, only lasts as long as the event lasts. So you have about 30 days left to do this. And honestly, after that time period, I don't know how many of you would be looking to optimize your Summer Stella anyways, but this can be applied to future events and to future event roles. So when we get more summer units, you can do this for them as well. So go to your quest log and go down here to Memories of Seaside. That ends in 35 days. And the quickest path forward is to run this recommended 20 stamina 10. So one good tip for all events and all affinity is to go to the shop and look at the Wrappies section. So let's do that now. Here's the Wrappies section, the Wrappies Feather. When you click it, you will see 15 for me. Wrappies are a rare yellow penguinish type monster that spawns in the game randomly. Once you collect enough feathers, you can come down here and turn them in. For 30 of them, you can turn into Rappy's Gathering Place. Now, Rappy's Gathering Place is secretly one of the strongest items in the game, not because of its combat stats, but because of how it boosts your affinity. Its users gain 30% more affinity points. Now, that doesn't seem like much, because on every event, you're getting 10. With this, you're getting 13. Now, a good note to notice is that the 30% applies before event bonuses happen. So when we go to the event bonus and our Summer Stella is getting double the affinity, she's not getting double the 30% as well. The 30% applies to the 10, and then the double of 10 applies. So instead of 26, she's getting 23. But still, nonetheless, get this Gathering Place symbol and equip it to whoever it is that you want to boost with your affinity. Now, the optimized path forward here is a little different than you might think. If you are a high-level user, like say you or me, 23, this method is the best for you. It is the most optimized method. If you are a lower-level person that can grind out additional rank levels, because say you're rank 9 or so, follow me along. But for everyone, period, this is the fastest way. This Stella Summer Memory Junior here, this recommended level 20, stamina 10. You queue this up. So as you can see here, we just finished it. We're getting some of the event missions, a couple of the shards down here that we can turn in for either more weapons or use towards our Maggie. And as you can see here, my Stella got 23 affinity points. So for 10 stamina, I can burst through her infinity gauge. Now, why I say that this is more efficient, why I say that is the optimized path is because you get more affinity per stamina. If you were to come down here and do this 25 stamina one for recommended 80, you get a lot more event items, EXP, and drop rates. But you would also still only get 23. So you go from about 2 1/3 to pretty close to 1. In terms of how much affinity you get per stamina. So this is by far the optimized way. If you are a low level, I recommend getting a very high level friend that will also follow you back, so you can spam use their character. If you can find someone with like a level 80 Stella or higher, you can do that. You are welcome to add me as well. I will go ahead and flash my ID on the screen now. I have both a Chaos Stella and my Summer Stella available for use, but I cannot guarantee you I will follow you back. So this will be a once a day Stella that you can use. I'll have another video as to why I can't follow everybody back, and honestly, it's kind of disappointing that that's the case, but it is what it is. So this is the quickest way to use your stamina to gather affinity, but there are other methods you can take to get affinity. Your Idola battle is actually one of the best methods to get affinity. Now, if enough of you comment and continue to watch these videos, which honestly Phantasy Star isn't performing too well for me on YouTube, sadly, because I love this game with a passion, I'll make a video on how to power through Idolas and to make your ranking climb drastically. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you the quick and easy method to get Affinity. You click this checkbox right here, auto select, confirm, challenge. Next, and boom, 52 Affinity. Just like that, guys. Just like that, we gained 52 Affinity, just a few clicks. Now, I actually don't recommend you do this quick challenge, but again, if enough people are interested, I will make an additional video as to why I never suggest you use this button. But if you're truly only interested in quick Affinity, that button is amazing. Now, another method that you can take is the arena. The arena also gives you Affinity. So be sure to be using the units that you want Affinity in the arena. Hopefully they're good enough. And you can, when you come into here, you can change your battle system. You can up it all the way to 5 or 6. Hit close and it'll use all of your battle tokens once. You hit battle and it'll act as if it was 6 battles. If you win, that's great for you. If you lose, that's bad for you. Either way, you get the Affinity. If you use these combined methods, you honestly will have your units maxed within a day. Now, my unit isn't maxed quite yet, but honestly, I got it yesterday. And I haven't been spamming the dungeons after I got it at the rate that I would have during my grind. It's already almost there, and I was loosely doing my normal amount of grinding. So it should be really easy for you to follow those tips as long as you use the Rappy to progress through and get Affinity very quickly. Now, I do suggest if you want to get Affinity on someone like your Nadia or your Camphor, you could follow almost the exact same route. But instead of doing the event quest, you could consider doing the EXP books. Or you can continue on the grind with the event quest. Personally, I'm going to keep doing the highest level I can do because the Affinity isn't mandatory for right now. But I do want the shop items so I can work on some of those EB materials that they're selling in there, as well as getting more Mesta and things of that sort. I find those to be a little bit more valuable than the Affinity. But if you're just starting out your account and you don't have a max Affinity level to carry you, whereas I have several, you could honestly power through this very quickly and you probably won't run out of stamina at any point during that process. So guys, I hope this really helped you out. Let me know in the comments if you want more content, please. I am slowly wondering if Phantasy Star just isn't something that my audience is interested in. And though I can still keep playing this game as much as I want, it might not be best to upload videos just because YouTube heavily penalizes me if I do not retain my subscribers' viewership, as lame as that is. So please let me know in the comments. Please let me see some support so I can continue this beautiful, beautiful game. All right, guys, take care.